From France, I have Jain for you and the full video, which we're going to react to in a minute. But as always, there's a little bit of bio because she's new to my channel. So Jain, welcome to my channel. CC Europop Music, welcome. Now, with France being in the spotlight this year, I feel France with Lazara is going to win Eurovision 2022 in Liverpool this year. I think it's only fair I introduce more French artists on my channel to attract more of you French people to me. So come on, comment, like and subscribe to this. You will enjoy this woman. She's been around for quite a while musically, but only recently have I gotten to know her because one of her fans said please react to her. So today is the day. I'm going to make that fan very happy. Jain is a multicultural pop artist influenced by the many places she calls home. Born in Toulouse, France, with roots in Madagascar, she relocated to Dubai at the age of 9 and then on to the Congo during secondary school. This is where she began experimenting with music under the direction of Mr. Flash. Post-graduation, she returned to Paris to study the arts. Her music utilizes a variety of influences such as French, techno, Arabic percussion, and the rhythms of Africa to create her unique style. Jain released her first debut EP, Hope, in 2015, featuring the singles Come and Makeba. Come reached #1 in the French single charts and a certified diamond in France. Makeba was inspired by Miriam Makeba, a South African singer and civil rights leader, and received a Grammy nomination for its music video. Interesting, no? And we haven't heard of her, a lot of us, but now we have, because that's what I'm about. I only bring you the best on my channel, and that was filmed in South Africa. Come and Makeber were later included in Jain's debut studio album, Zanika, released in November 2015. The album was produced by French singer-songwriter Cauderlier and is certified 3 times platinum in France. A deluxe version of Zanika was released in 2016 with more songs including the single Dyna Beat. In 2018, Jain released All Right as the lead single from her second album, Soldier, which was released on August 2018. The album reached #1 on the French album charts. With that history of certifications behind her, and it's just incredible. I haven't heard of her before. But today, this French singer-songwriter, Jean Galice aka Jean, returns with this new song, The Fool. The song is her first music in 4 years since the 2019 Gloria. Also, the track is the first taste of her upcoming 3rd studio album. So a lot of artists are writing albums at the moment, which is expected to be released this spring. And attached to this video, I'm going to attach an Italian artist, Blanco's video. And he's got a wonderful album coming. And there's huge anticipation throughout the world for that. But I'm sure in France, they're waiting for Jean's next album. And I shall too, and be reacting throughout 2023 to it. Now, the accompanying music we're about to see today in the video was directed by Jules Jolly. Jain said of the song, The Fool, and this is what the song is about. It's the holiest card in the deck. You can go on any kind of journey unless you're willing to be foolish. Taking your first step, driving a car, falling in love. There's always a risk you'll lose your balance at any moment. But in the end, a fool's journey is the only journey. I have said that so many times, that you've got to, sometimes you're a fool not making a fool of yourself. Otherwise, you don't know which is yin, which is yang in your life. Think about what I've just said. And then when they went, you're right. You've got, it's like a rope that you walk on. And there's images of Jean, I keep saying Jean, I'm sorry. Jain in this video walking a rope, like a tightrope in life. Which way you're going to fall? That is life. And she also shared on social media to finish, I'm so happy to present you this new story which starts with The Fool. Now when she says new story, that is the pending album that's coming our way. and this is part of the story she's going to tell throughout the album. That brought me so much happiness, she says. I hope from the bottom of my heart you like it. Jain or Jain? I have to get more French, don't I? We are looking forward to this. The lyrics are in front of me. Take it away, Jain and the Fool.
Walking on the wire from Earth to Venus ground, playing with my balance, I'm not afraid to fall. A rose grows in outer space, I should have known better. A rain of fiery rocks, the sun lights up the dark. I'm dancing on the moon, the moon. I'm floating like a fool, a fool. Walking on the wire, I don't care who's around. Fairy flying footsteps, each one's a new surprise. Spinning colored circles, there's no up or down. Singing in the silence to my morning star. I'm dancing on the moon, the moon. I'm floating like a fool, a fool. I'm dancing on the moon, the moon. I'm floating like a fool, a fool. A new universe we never knew. A new universe we never knew. Looking a little higher, on my fingers Saturn's rings. Echoes have no answers, so I won't ask anything. Who cares where we will go, as long as we go together? Tightrope tied to your heart across the universe.
It's another song that's far too short. It's very enjoyable. The science mightn't be 100%. I read some of the comments in the original video and I said, what are they talking about? And I've watched it now in its entirety. It's not about the science. It's about the lyrical prowess of Jain. Beautiful, simple, and that's the way pop music ought to be. It's not too deep. It doesn't give you headaches watching or thinking about the lyrics, and it doesn't make you upset. The music bounced you along beautifully, and I thought it was great. It was like riding the waves in one of those little buoy boats. You rocked back and forth, but you never tumbled over. And I just think, Jain, you will be on my channel, as I said. I can't wait for the next reaction. I'm looking forward. I'm just sorry I've only just discovered you, but it's like so many people around the world. I am just discovering, because this is a new channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe if you like this video and you like what I'm bringing you in pop music around the world. I'm proving that the music industry is not dead, because we have established artists from France, award-winning artists. I'm bringing you. I only bring the very best, even if I say so myself. So let's get into the lyrics of Jain's, and I keep saying Jain's because I want to add a little je ne sais quoi to the pronunciation of my, which is really bad. But I will learn it. I will learn French someday. It's a country I love. I've been to many, many times. Marseille, Paris, and other places. So there you go. Now back into the lyrics. I've got to go to the original video for this, because she's one of the great artists that puts the lyrics in the videos. That makes my job much, much easier. It begins, walking on a wire from Earth to Venus, ground, playing with my balance. I'm not afraid to fall. I think she's talking about life's choices. When you think of life, when you think of the choices you've got to make, you're always on tender hooks, financially, work-wise, health-wise, mental-wise, and you're walking that fine wire forward, forward, forward. But you don't know if life will push you one way or the other. We don't know. And I say to people, instead of worrying about life, embrace it, love it, treasure it, move forward with it, and don't worry about it. If I did that, I would have probably committed suicide years ago, really, because of people, work situations, whatever. I don't worry about those people in those work situations because they're behind me. I just keep walking that fine wire. Where it's leading to, I don't know, but hopefully it'll lead to a big musical channel on YouTube. And that's down to you subscribing. So it continues. A rose grows in outer space. I should have known better. The rain of fiery rocks. The sun lights up the dark. The sun does light up the dark. And in reference there, she's talking to when you realize the situation. In other words, when you're in trouble with, let's say, for example, forget love, you were in trouble financially, financially. And then suddenly it's like the light going on, the sun in your head, and you realize, oops, I've got to stop spending, I've got to do this, I've got to move forward and apply myself to financially be better. That's just one example of many where the sun lights. You know, it's really what she's referring to is, oh, now I know what I should have done and need to do. One of those moments. And the fiery rocks is life's, what life throws at you and lights it on fire and says, hey, I'm throwing that at you today. It could be anything. It could be a friend passes away, a loved one passes away, your dog dies. Why do I say death? It could be something else. It could be you lose your job. Whatever life throws at you, they're the fiery balls. But you learn to avoid them. You learn that they don't hit you here in the heart, and mentally and physically you move on. Because she continues, I just have to take a little bit of water today. It's a beautiful sunny day and it's dry here. And it continues, I'm dancing on the moon, I'm floating like a fool, of course. When you sort your problems out, when you feel, you know, I've had a good day, life is good. I've had beautiful texts, somebody said they loved me, anything, the small things, and you realize those small things are really the most important things in your life. Because sometimes we dream too big and we shouldn't be dreaming. But it's like, I feel foolish and giddy and funny and happy, and it's like, isn't it great? I've avoided the fireballs and I'm feeling good with myself, with my inner self. because she's on the fine line moving forward. Nothing's moving her sideways. So it continues, walking on a wire. I don't care who's around. Fairy flying footsteps, each one's a new surprise, which is exactly what I've just said. And then she continues, spinning coloured circles, there's no up or down, singing in the silence to my morning star. And what she says is, we usually refer to stars at night time, and we look up at the northern star, the brightest one in the sky. And I always say, the stars are the souls of the people who have died on this earth, and they go to heaven, and they shine, and they look down on their loved ones. People look at it in many other ways. I was told that as a child, and that's what I've always believed since. Even as an adult, I've grown up with that beautiful sentiment, and I don't change my way of thinking about stars. But here she says, you know, from feeling foolish, like even the morning stars, the stars that keep her calm and shine at nighttime also shine during the day, inside. And she's walking and she's happy and she's like, the whole universe is wonderful at the moment. And it's a wonderful song of happiness and being in a good place. This is what this song is about. And even though it's called The Fool, I think there's a juxtaposition here. Is she saying the title is called The Fool because, well, really, I'm foolish to think like life is so good it can never be bad? Of course it's going to be bad. But there are lots of people we never hear about have wonderful, wonderful, good lives. And this song, I think, is a homage to them and a homage to having a good day. That's what it's about. Because she says, in a universe we never knew. The universe in this would be your own new world that you create around you. When you're in good form and you start having dreams, you start saying, you know, in 6 months I'm going on holiday. In 8 months I'm going to buy a new car. We all say the same. And you build your own little world. And you have goals and dreams and you fill it with the things that's important to you. And then it continues, walking a little higher on my fingers, Saturn's rings, echoes have no answers, so I won't ask anything. So as she's on the swing, swinging in life, she's back and forth, and that's what life's about. Sometimes you go forward, other times you go backwards. It's symbolic of that, because she says at the very end, who cares where we'll go, as long as we go together. Tightrope tied to your heart across the universe. So even she finishes it with love. If I find love, I will put my effort into moving forward with that person in life. So, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. She'll continue walking that road. And when it comes to her heart, she won't give too much away. She won't give it all away. She'll keep it that she doesn't fall apart or her life crashes. She'll just keep it that it's enough to see where she's going. Because at the moment, she's floating in the universe with happiness and she wants nothing to upset that. So the title of Fool could be, does she really think like this? Is she that foolish? And you know what I say to people? There are lots of people who do think like that. And isn't it a good thing that in this world, there are many people that think good thoughts in a good place at a good time? It inspires us to think we can be like that too. It's just a wonderful song. I loved it. I hope you did too. Take care. Jain, you shall be back very soon. Au revoir.